It had to be one of the most successful evangelistic series in the history of evangelistic series. Now, you might be thinking of the day of Pentecost when some 3,000 people gave their lives to Jesus after hearing Peter preach the gospel. And I would agree, as an evangelistic series goes, that was successful by any standard. But that's not the evangelistic crusade I'm thinking of, and maybe you've guessed it. It's the evangelistic crusade that took place in Nineveh. Imagine the scene as some 120,000 people repent and they turn back to God. As evangelistic series go, this had to be the most successful crusade in the history of crusades. Imagine how you might feel if your entire city got saved and they gave their lives to Jesus. How amazing would that be? Now, I want you to imagine that instead of being happy that your city and everybody in it got saved, that instead, what you felt was resentment. Because that is exactly what Jonah felt, resentment. And this brings us to another reason the lesson gives as to why some people don't want to share what they know. Resentment. You see, there are times when people resent having to invest themselves in the work of saving others. And make no mistake, if you want to lead people to Jesus, you're going to have to invest yourself into doing just that. Invest yourself. Long gone are the days when you could just sit back and hand somebody a book or a pamphlet. Real evangelism sees us as Christians putting in the time and the effort and the energy to lead people to Christ. The unfortunate part, as Sister White once pointed out, is that too often the work of saving souls fails because people find it, too inconvenient to witness. I can't tell you how often I've heard the excuses as to why people wouldn't get involved in ministry. And most often, it simply boiled down to they would rather do something else. And the truth of the matter is, we do what is most important to us, and what is most important to us is often us. Jonah ran from his mission because he refused to sacrifice himself for people he didn't like. He refused to sacrifice his prejudices and opinions. And he refused to make the salvation of others more important than himself. Think about this. In what ways is your church involved and invested in the well-being of the people who live around your community? Well, that was our nugget for today. Have a look at your lesson. Let us know what you think. I'll see you tomorrow.